you say? How about y'all stop treating us like we're fucking criminals and find out who killed my mother? Huh? Do your fucking jobs! What fucking family? Every time y'all do some shit and leave me out, it gets fucked up!
You went in trying to save you. So Monet is dead because of you!
What's the first thing you remember her saying to you as a kid?
Shut your ass up and quit crying.
That sound like her.
Yeah. I gotta do this for Mom. All right, family first.
Family first. Could have had everything with me.
I had everything. Monet was everything. You? You're nothing. Thank you. And I promise I'm gonna pay you back. I'll pay you back.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Power, and I'm back with another video. And this video is about Kane Tejada, right? Talking about Kane's future. And in order to kind of determine and kind of predict what's next for his future, we kind of got to look back at Kane's journey in this series of Ghosts, right? We know when we first seen this character, he was really just trying to prove himself, right? Kane was just a character who wanted to prove himself to everybody, it felt like, right? To Monet, to his siblings, to his Lorenzo, to Mecca, to Tariq. I mean, to everybody. He just wanted to be respected. He just wanted to be loved and respected and to be on an equal playing field with everybody else, because he felt like Monet had boxed him in into just being, you know, the hitman, the killer, and things of that nature. He wanted to be more than that. And as Kane's character kind of started to evolve and get smarter and brighter and learn from Mecca, you know, learn from even Lorenzo and the mistakes that he made, we really started to see Kane's character develop and have more depth, right? Have more emotion and just be more of a human, right? We've seen the human side of Kane in this series, which is something that I really love. And, you know, shout out to Woody McClain for being able to show us that performance, right? Because I always say, like, these gangsters, these killers, all these people that you see that commit these crimes, at the end of the day, they're humans too, right? They have feelings, they have emotions, they have things that they go through, you know, and these characters need to be humanized for us to have a connection to them when we watch. And as you see, Kane, people started off hating Kane. People started off hating Kane because of his obsession with Tariq, and he quickly became a fan favorite character. Not everybody loves him. Everybody wants to see some sort of spinoff and see a return from his character in the future. And that kind of gets me into that return thing. Obviously, you guys seen the clip where he had the shootout with the police, and we know that Kane is now on the run, right? And it begs the question of, I mean, well, if he's on the run, what are they going to do? You know, some people talk about how Tommy, you know, faked his death in New York, but I just don't see, you know, Power just doing that storyline again. And honestly, y'all, if I were to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we never saw Kane's character again. I would not be surprised, because this whole Chicago thing, I don't see it happening. Like, Kane just lost everything. Lost his family, lost his mom. He's on the run. He's trying to figure out his life. Going to Chicago and being around Tariq again doesn't really seem like that's something Kane would want to do. You know, just based off what we've seen from this character and knowing how much he hates Tariq. So he probably blames Tariq for part of what happened to his mom, right? So it's just hard to know if we're going to see this character again. Now, could I see him maybe pop up in a cameo, you know, just cause? Sure. But to have a whole series with him when he's on the run, I don't know if they'd be willing to do that, right? Obviously, we know that we all love Woody McClain's character. I would love to see a spinoff with him, and, you know, maybe even throw in some of the Tejadas, or even one of them. Maybe Diana, because Drew's apparently ran off to Paris to paint and shit like a little bitch. But I would love to see, you know, a spinoff with Kane as the lead, and just get the right cast together, right? If they put the right people around him, I have no doubt that he can carry his own show. I mean, he's a phenomenal actor. I've been saying it since the first season. So it's just a matter of what the stars want to do, right? And we know that Woody has kind of spoken in his interviews about how, like, he felt like he held back on Kane's character, right? You know, he said, you know, kind of talking about on the podcast and said how his OGs, when his OGs called him after the first season and was like, yo, you need to kind of pull it back. I don't want people to think that's who you really are. So, you know, he kind of spoke to that in the podcast and said he never really gave it, you know, 100%. He never really went all there, all the way for Kane's character. He kind of went a 7, right? So, you know, I feel like a lot of us noticed that too, right? After kind of season 1 and 2, Kane's just not as vicious, not as violent as he has been in the previous series, right? Even in this season, Kane didn't catch his first body till the series finale, episode 10. He didn't kill nobody the whole season, and we know that's unlike Kane. And you know, that could be a product of Woody maybe stepping back, you know, telling the writers that he doesn't want to embody that violence too much, or that could just be them trying to humanize Woody's character, you know, to kind of set up for the Monet death and everything. And you know, I feel like the Monet death was a huge part of this season, and it played a huge part into Kane's character development and him killing Noma and him running off and being on the run. So I definitely could see Kane showing up again in the Power universe. I would love to, man. I mean, he's my favorite character in all of Power Book 2 Ghosts. I think he was the best actor, phenomenal performer, and I can't wait to see what he does next, man. So got some more videos coming on some other characters that, you know, I'm not sure we'll see again in the universe, but I'll kind of recap them just cuz. Keep liking, comment, share, subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one.